So in the previous video, we did our add button and clear data button to add our data and clear it. In this one, we're going to work on displaying it and removing it. So I'm going to come here to my show data button, and when this button is clicked, we've already set up the procedures for this. So I'm going to come up to my procedures, and I know we've ran 3 procedures. So I'm going to duplicate that button 3 times, or that procedure button 3 times. And I want to do my sum, my average, and then my data list. So now I'm displaying or running all those procedures on that display button. So my remove data button, I'm going to come here, and quite simply, I'm going to use this same if then else statement. So I'm going to come up to my control, and I'm basically going to say if my data list is equal to 0, then I'm going to have my notifier say please select an item to remove. So I'm going to go to my data list view. So I'm going to come here to my list view, and again I'm going to do my selection index, and if that equals 0, meaning that there's nothing on that list, we're going to call our notifier to say, please select data item to remove. So again, this would allow you to highlight something in the data view list, and if it's not highlighted, it's going to give you a reminder. But if something is selected, we're going to come up to our list and we're going to say remove item from list. Well, we have 3 different things that we need to be able to remove. If we take a look, we can duplicate here, and we want to remove our display list. And which one do we want to do? Well, whatever we selected. So we're going to come to our data list here. We're going to drop in on that index, and we're going to say whatever the user selected on that index, selection index. So whatever the user did. Now I can duplicate this set of blocks twice, and I can do the same thing for my entry months, and then ultimately my entry amounts. So whatever we've selected on that data list, we're now removing when this button is clicked. Now we need to change our numbers on this as well, because remember, we've calculated our average and we've calculated our sum. So I'm going to duplicate both of these blocks, and I'm going to do one for my average and sum. I want to rerun that. And then what I need to do is I need to set the elements in this list to my global display list. So I can duplicate that right from here. So now I'll calculate and only display what we want calculated after it being removed. So now our app is fully functioning. I'm going to run the emulator. So with the emulator up, we can hit our little spinner. We can select our month. I'm going to enter 3 cases. We can see the data was added with our note. I'm going to go to June. I'm going to select 44 cases. Now I can show my data, which calculates my total number of patients and my average per month. We can see that data here. And if I select one, I can remove that data, or I can clear data for it all. What I did notice, one thing in there is in our spacing, I should go into this box and hit a few extra spaces, which will allow it to be separate instead of those numbers attached together. But I hope this helps as you start to develop your own data tracking app.